live, and Na'Vi get to start on the CT side. It will be Fnatic on the terror side.
Yes, we are live now. Looking at it, we have not a whole lot of nades actually picked up for Na'Vi here. They're expecting the long drawn-out fight. 4 Kevlars and a kit on Zeus, whereas Fnatic, two of these guys have gone full nades, and only 3 Kevlars. Flusha pushed up the top banana, and pronax 2 kills quick, very early on here already. Both sides of the map, but Guardian is still holding solid here on the B site, slowing down this push by Fnatic.
Yeah, but they're going to rotate back to A here, and this is where Fnatic are really good at making the right calls. They realize there's going to be nobody at A except for Zeus, but he's kind of alone, and he has to take down JW. He's actually going to try and fall back here. Can he get caught in the meantime? It seems like it's too late, Samler.
It is. And now look at JW's position. He's going to catch Guardian, trying to rotate around from B, pre-fire around the corner, gets the headshot, and it's going to be all down to Seized now. 1v4, 3 points of health, waiting in library, but not too much hope going into this right now because the bomb is planted and Fnatic, they're set up to catch him wherever he comes from. Seized is, I don't know what he's waiting for. Maybe he's just waiting to see if he can't get a knife in somewhere.
It's an interesting choice, especially with 3 points of health, but
that would be sick if he could.
That would have been a nice amount of money. Not going to happen. He will save the body armor, so he's going to be able to use that the next round. I wouldn't be surprised if Na'Vi, especially on Inferno, the C-set 75 armor buy is just so strong. So actually, Fnatic, who have been, I think, pretty good at handling their anti-ecos, they got to make sure they really get this round home.
No, and Guardian even spending every dime he's got. That's really interesting. Guardian going for the Deagle Kevlar helmet play. Seized only investing in a CZ75, not going for helmet armor, so interesting enough there. But Fnatic don't usually mess around with this too much. JW and pronax are the 2 guys going with just straight CZs. Only 3 rifles picked up on Fnatic here, and they're about to walk into a B stack. This is perfect for Na'Vi.
Yeah, they're going to drop 2. Actually, take a while before they take down JW here. Seized jumping back, but he's going to re-peek and will get downed by flusha. But this is still a 3-on-3. And right now, it's Fnatic that are on notice. I mean, Na'Vi have already done a fair bit. And they're going to leave starix here. He's got 22 bullets.
Yeah, starix is fine right now. It's Guardian taking a peek down mid, and he's going to find olofmeister. Managed to tag him once. Olaf alive with the AK. But this is still all three rifles alive for Fnatic still, and they're going to be pushing up to this B site, but they leave the bomb behind, and now Na'Vi have already closed in behind them. Guardian trying to catch him out, and he will gun flusha down. Edward there to lend a hand, and they both get caught. Krimz saving the day, but Fnatic leaving the bomb behind. That was a very weird call there. That can't be involuntary.
No, that was definitely a sort of a situation where everyone thought that one of the other 2 people was going to pick it up. That could have cost them the round. Right now, I think they're still in a great position to win it here. starix, he's close enough, but not going to be good enough here. Krimz will take the triple, and Fnatic are going to secure the round, but that was very, very scary. And if Guardian hadn't been reloading his deal when they came for him, I think there's a good chance that could have been a 2-on-1 instead in favor of Na'Vi.
Yeah, Edward getting caught out as well with the CZ, getting caught out in the open basically. So, like if Edward stays alive behind a pillar, if anything happens there, Fnatic life gets very difficult for them very quickly. So, bit of a missed opportunity there for Na'Vi. Fnatic, they can breathe the sigh of relief, and again, it's only JW and pronax. Only sticking with pistols, only 3 rifles again for flusha, Krimz, and olofmeister. But look at how they're using these pistols. It's basically Fnatic charging up to the B site with these 2 guys to get scouting information, not risking a rifle.
Yeah, it's a 4-man stack going on right here, and this is a big risk for Fnatic. I'm not really sure I'm enjoying this. I know certainly Vendetta would be pretty angry at this point, and Edward is boosted up into that cheeky spot here. Did he boost himself up? I think he might have actually done that. Can you do that? Did he jump over and then crouch in? Either way, pronax is going to open it up, and Guardian trying to get a kill. They will take down pronax, and the A-bomb site's lost in the meantime. Seized was over there with a max 7, but he couldn't pick up the kill.
Yeah, and JW's already got that max 7 on his side. He's like, okay, sweet, yoink. He can definitely put that gun to work. We've seen him do it in the past. $900 per shotgun kill as well is a lot of money, and JW is a terror with that weapon. So it's going to come down to Edward now alive. Last man here for Na'Vi in this 3rd round, but 1v4, P250, and already kind of floating around, not really committing anywhere, looking to see if he can catch somebody off guard from Fnatic. It would be great if he could pick up another kill here and make sure that Fnatic are spending some money. But pronax and JW saved so much money throughout these rounds. It's been very interesting how Fnatic have been approaching this.
Yeah, it really is, and I mean, they almost lost the round because of it. This time it works out much better, though, so that's good news, and in the upcoming round, they are going to have a decent amount. Pronax the only one dying, so he's going to be able to rebuy, and the rest have actually a pretty good bank, so I think in the grand scheme of things, Fnatic have done a fine job in the first 3 rounds here, and Na'Vi now can finally buy, and they're going to use pretty much all their money, because they've actually bought in almost all the rounds, so they're not going to have that much. I mean, the smokes are really important. They're going to have 5 smokes, which is kind of crucial, but for everything else, they're going to be kind of low.
Yeah, no kit picked up either. They decided to invest in helmet armor over someone actually picking a kit, so it's going to come down to Na'Vi just stopping this plan from happening in the first place, or if it does happen, just shutting it down immediately. JW manages to sneak his way into Boiler, but Zeus has spotted it, so Na'Vi are aware. They know that there's a guy in there, and Edward is holding fairly aggressively on the angle as well. Well, smoke is down. Edward not really taking too much damage, but there you go. olofmeister with the spray. Edward returns and drops Olof down to 16. He loses that exchange, but Zeus is still alive here watching Boiler, and JW, it's going to be Krimz taking the peak, in fact, but nothing really coming of it apart from Zeus spotting it and getting information.
Yeah, he didn't want to re-peek, which might be a smart idea right now. Na'Vi don't want to lose the entry frag. starix is over here, and they're going to flash their way through the smoke. Nice play, but they can't catch starix, and he's going to fall back and smoke up with 50 seconds left. Is not a bad smoke timing to hit here. Can he defend? Flashbangs rain through starix. M4 in hand, still 21 bullets. He's going to hold down Mouse 1, and it works not at all. JW will take him down, and now Zeus is going to be rotating around. He's going to get zoned out as well. And look at this position from JW.
This is the big surprise position, and it's going to work perfectly. Catches Guardian rotating in. He's going to look for Seized as well. Finds him. 2 kills for JW now, eviscerating the defense. Na'Vi, it's down to Edward and Zeus, and they know that there are 4 members alive here for Fnatic. That's kind of been the theme so far on Inferno, but Fnatic are about to pick up their 4th round, and there isn't a whole lot that Na'Vi can do about this. Na'Vi really need to hold on to these guns at this point. You can tell in their play, they're just as far away from Fnatic as they can possibly get. They need to hold on to these rifles so that in the next round, if they have the money, they can force up.
Yeah, I mean, Zeus chickening out of the round, literally on the chicken house. It's like some sort of weird effect going on there. And Edward's going to be able to survive as well, so they will save the 2 rifles. The rest, I don't think should be buying up, to be honest. I think it's better for Na'Vi to save, and even though it's not... Or they will actually force up anyway, so that's very interesting. I think that's... I don't know, that's the big risk to run here. Because, look, they have 1 smoke and 1 Molotov here. How on earth are they going to hold a bomb site?
I'm wondering, I'm asking myself the same question right now. Are they going to... They have to come out ahead if they decide to take the early aggression here. Seized is going to manage to pick up 1 frag and gets out in 1 piece as well, down to 40 HP, but still, great start here for Na'Vi. And it's plays like that that are going to make the difference. They don't have many nades, and they've already used the smoke and the molly, so... They have 3 flashes on their side, Na'Vi, to hold off the Fnatic push when it comes through.
Flusha's going to flash in, and they're actually just going to grenade their way into this bomb site. It's 1 grenade, a little bit of an HE, and then now comes the smokes and everything else. starix and Seized are in here, and they actually don't... They can counter flash once, and that's just going to buy a second, basically. It won't even hit anyone here. starix trying to gun through the smoke, but Fnatic have already made their way through, and they're going to run right into Guardian here, and he's going to go down. This is working out so well for the Swedes.
Oh, it really is. starix gets overwhelmed instantly as well. Too many angles to watch from him, essentially. Had to watch towards Flowers, towards CT, towards Banana. He was going to get caught out no matter what happened. So starix... Not long for it. Na'Vi about to lose a 5th round here as Zeus and Edward once again have to back off and save the guns. And this is just going to keep happening here for Na'Vi. If they can keep 2 guys alive, they can keep forcing up. But I really, this is the fine line that Na'Vi are going to start walking at this point, is how far do they push it? How far are they willing to basically give Fnatic, how many rounds are they willing to give Fnatic here? Because every time they force up, it's an easier job for Fnatic. But if they are willing to say, okay, we give Fnatic 1 more round, we go for an eco, but then in that following round we shut them down because Guardian has an AWP, we have full nades, we have full kits, we have everything. We have to see, and again they go for the force. Yeah. So I don't know, I feel like Na'Vi, they could afford to give a round here to Fnatic in order to get a full buy.
But they are not going to do it. They're going to force it up once again. I mean, if they have the round loss bonus, I guess they're going to go for it. This has been a really tough first half for these fish over in the bomb site, and I'm sort of wondering if they're defending those ammo boxes or if they're really defending the fish. That we don't know the storyline entirely for Inferno, but Fnatic don't care. They're going to go for the kills, top of Banana, and it's going to be a quick exchange, and Krimz will come in with another one, leaving Zeus inside the bomb site. Another great start for Fnatic. They are really out for revenge after what happened on Mirage.
Yeah, that they are. I mean, really, like they are not. This is the warmed up Fnatic now. Basically, this is how Mirage was supposed to go for Fnatic early on, and now Fnatic are just rolling right on through. There's only Zeus alive. He has 0 nades to help. Edward is or Guardian rather has rotated over, but again, no nades on Guardian either. It's just to Edward. He hears olofmeister going by, and he's gonna get a freebie there. But Krimz has taken out Zeus on that B side. In the meantime, flusha sprays through the smoke. Just flusha things takes out Guardian, and this is now a 1v3 situation. Edward not going to be able to get over here in time to be able to do anything about it either. Although pronax, oh, I love this. Now, is pronax really delaying the plants to give time for his teammates to rotate over and go hunting? Because they know Edward isn't here.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea if that's what they did. Certainly, Flush is very close right now. I actually think Zeus inside that bomb site should have got the first kill on the guy that was coming out of yellow. That was a big misplay, in fact. He had the angle for it, and they were looking the wrong way. That could have been an opening into Na'Vi coming back in the round. Now instead, Edward's going to go down. Fnatic seem to be playing just way too well at the moment. 7-0-1 on Krimz. JW at 7-2-3.
And here is the eco round out of Na'Vi. Not holding on to any weapons, not holding on to any guns. They have to eco now, seeing as how pretty much the entire team is floating anywhere between 3,000 and 4,000. So I want to see the impact that Guardian is going to have once he has his AWP. And I think a lot of pressure is going to be on Guardian here to start getting those entry frags for Na'Vi to slow down Fnatic early on. Fnatic just going for all-out aggression straight up quad. JW leading the charge here. Right around the corner and gets dropped down to 6, and he's going to get caught by Zeus in the end. Great deagle shot there by Zeus.
Yeah, and actually Guardian's going to take down olofmeister, and there's another headshot. Zeus with the 1 dig, and that's a pretty good eco round from Na'Vi. And look at where Edward is inside here. Once again, he's boosted himself up inside this bomb site. Molotov is not going to reach him. Probably going to get a little bit hot on that roof, but he's not going to go down, and he should be able to pick up at least 1 kill almost instantaneously.
Oh man, that is such a big... This is huge for Edward as well. Does pronax even check this position? He doesn't! Surprise! They think that the Molotov would have cleared out that position. That's the last place they're going to check. They're never going to look up. And now they know that Edward can be up there. So if they ever go for that Molotov again, they're going to know that they have to check that position. That's pronax noting that in his mind right now, being like, okay, never again. Never again does that happen.
Well, moving straight into the 8th round, we have finally got Na'Vi on the board here for Inferno. I'm not sure if it's not too late. I mean, if they can make a crazy comeback of their own and someone make this 9-6, that would be good, but JW has a different plan in mind, and it's going to be taking down Seized. But I think if Fnatic get more than 6 rounds on this first half, that's going to be too much to handle, basically. Good return from Guardian, and that might give them a chance.
Oh, starix and Zeus both dropping scarily low here. On that B site, the defense is weak. Fnatic have certainly taken note. It comes down to a solid defense on the A site now as Edward has taken up his position on balcony. He's looking towards. JW's going to peek forward, take a shot and miss. JW decides to re-peek as well with 22 HP. That's playing with fire there, JW. But they're still in a 4-on-4 situation here. Fnatic facing off, but they still have 50 seconds on this clock.
They do have a chance, you're absolutely right. And I think your microphone sometimes sounds like it's stuttering a little bit, so I'm wondering if there's either some lag on your end or something else. Or
maybe I'm not holding down the push to talk button correctly as well.
No, it's not that. It sounds a little bit like Vendetta's used to when we were on the other Mumble server. It sounds like it's...
Oh, robot.
Yeah, like roboting, briefly cutting out a little bit. It's a little bit weird. We'll see if we can figure it out, guys.
If we need to, we'll change servers.
Yeah, we'll see if we can figure it out, guys. In the meantime, it's a 4-on-4, 20 seconds left, and it's going to be a push for the A-bomb site. Edward holding inside, down in pit. Guardian's been so well zoned out. He can't really help Edward a lot, so Edward's going to have to do it alone, and he won't.
Oh, luckily for Guardian, luckily for Na'Vi as well. Guardian in the pit finds a nice shot that brings it back to a 3-on-3, but the health difference here between both of these teams makes Na'Vi's life very difficult. They need to move in and find some frags quick, though, but starix is going to get caught by olofmeister over at Arch, and Zeus, as soon as he loses support, he has to do a double take, make sure that he isn't getting wrapped around on. Flusha in the back of the site will find Zeus. Guardian manages to return on Flusha, but Guardian is stuck in the pit, and there's no way he's getting out of here. Krimz is up in the apartments, and this is the guarantee. Guardian runs right into olofmeister, but even had Guardian stayed on that site, Krimz up in apartments is going to be able to peek as soon as Guardian goes for that bomb. So an unwinnable situation for Guardian in the end, but luckily for Na'Vi, they had enough money left over because of that eco round win that they're able to get a buy-in here. Otherwise, it's right back to pistols, and Fnatic just continues their rampage.
All right, let's try and move over to the other Mumble server just for fun, right? See if that works better. Do you have the IP?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure what the issue was, but there was definitely something going on. It might have been the Mumble server, so hopefully it is. We've had this experience before, and we have like 2 or 3 different Mumble servers that we work, and we've also tried Skype and Ventrilo and everything. But when you do broadcasting for like 12 hours a day, sometimes you just do run into weird server issues. So hopefully it's going to be just fine. Now we're moving into the 9th round, and Na'Vi, they get into the worst possible situation, winning a round, and then losing the next one. So they are able to force it up this time, but if they start losing now, I think Fnatic are going to run away with this whole first half in a matter of seconds, basically. We shall see. Guardian with a good opening pick. A lot rides on this one round here. Flashbang goes through, and actually Pronax not going to be able to pick up the kill there in return. flusha, though, will take down Seized. And welcome back, Semler. Does it sound better?
Anders.
Yes. Can you hear me all right? I think maybe Semler can't hear me. All right. I'm having interesting issues. I'm really sorry. There we go. Can you hear me all right, Semler?
Yo.
All right. Until I can hear... I'll just have to figure this out when the round is done. Unfortunately, I'm very sorry, guys. Obviously, technical issues. No fun at all. Krimz and olofmeister now 2-on-3 with 10 seconds left. They're going to go for the bomb plant. They're a man down. The bomb will be planted, and Zeus actually goes down. Instead of preventing the plant, he gets himself killed. Now, Guardian charging in with a knife out. Very careless play. It's going to be a 1-on-2 instead of a 2-on-3 for Edward, and he's going to be rushing in here with a lot of speed. Jumping about, trying to see if he can pick up the opening. He's getting shot in the back as well. And Fnatic are playing this very well. Hard for Edward to do anything about this. olofmeister will go down. That still leaves Krimz, who's just around the corner. Edward's going to fake it once, and he's going to go down to Krimz. So there it is. All right, let me see if I can figure this out, guys. All right, there we go. Can you hear me, Sumler?
There we go.
Ah.
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine, yes.
Okay. Don't give me a heart attack like that.
And you sound like there's no more stuttering going on. So I think we're cool for a moment, at least until this server also starts being weird.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll go as we see. I mean, that last round that just happened as we were sorting all this out was just hugely important. Fnatic have taken Na'Vi basically in a back-to-back scenario, and now Na'Vi are forced to eco. So what we talked about in the round before, thankfully Na'Vi had enough money to get another buy round in, but Fnatic go through that regardless and are now in position to take 9 rounds. 9 rounds on the T side of Inferno is a fantastic scoreline for Fnatic.
Yeah, and any kind of doubts or any kind of worries they might have had coming out of Mirage, I think they're washed away at this point. Fnatic are going to be feeling great, and in prime form, they're going to be up a map in the grand finals. Very, very likely. I mean, there's still a chance that Na'Vi can come back into it, but Fnatic right now, it's not even like Na'Vi are making a lot of mistakes at the moment. I just think Fnatic are playing a really, really cool game of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, it's just thorough play. Seized and starix, though, managed to find 2 frags here. Nicely done by them. But there's still 3 members living here for Fnatic, and it looks like Seized has managed to save that AWP, which is a great haul for him. If he can get out of here in one piece, do Fnatic let him get away? They really should be out hunting, and they are going to manage to get fairly close. flusha, not sure if he spotted him out there, but Seized misses a shot, and that's not going to help things. flusha does not let him escape. And that's a great kill there for Fnatic as well, making sure that Guardian is not going to get a free AWP in the next round.
Oh, man. So that's unfortunate, because that would have been a kind of a nice save, especially if you consider how good Guardian is with that weapon. But right now, there's really nobody on Na'Vi who's sort of seriously standing out. I mean, Guardian has 1 more kill than Edward. But on the other team, it is definitely Krimz who's waking up here. 12, 0, and 3. And doing a lot of work for Fnatic.
No, ever since he's joined up with this new Fnatic lineup, he's been the point man pretty much. He's really shown just consistent play, consistently topping the scoreboard basically for Fnatic. It's been excellent to watch. pronax and flusha, I mean, they're basically, Fnatic are just romping right through Na'Vi right now, even though this is a buy round, even though Na'Vi put every buck they have into buying as much gear as possible, it's not helping them. 3 frags for Fnatic in the blink of an eye. starix gets caught at the bottom of mid by flusha, and now it's just Seized alive at Arch, spots olofmeister, but then gives his position away, and it's still a 1v3.
Yeah, and really hard to know what he can make of this situation. I think, again, best case scenario is a bunch of exit frags, but actually winning it's going to be nearly impossible. And flusha's already preparing for Seized trying to run away and save the rifle. He's already sort of trying to backstab him. Actually, well, he doesn't have a kit, so it's not even a problem. But if he had a kit and he had found pronax, that would have been a little bit tricky, but that doesn't even happen.
Do they cross? No, okay, flusha sees it. Flusha's got this. Surprise, surprise, flusha's already here. He's one step ahead of you. Sees it coming from a mile away, and sees just not able to hold on to that gun. And Na'Vi's money is shattered right now. Again, Edward buys the swag 7 because he's the only guy who was even above 3,650. Seized has got some decent money, but the rest of them are all floating around $2,700. That's just not enough to put together a reasonable buy here. And Fnatic are sitting on 10 rounds on the T side of Inferno. Again, this is just a fantastic play from Fnatic that they continue to chain rounds together versus Na'Vi.
Yeah, it definitely is very impressive, and there's just no other way to put it. I mean, we did expect Fnatic to probably take Inferno and have a strong performance, but this is a little more than even, you know, what is Fnatic's sort of usual level on this map, and that's just, yeah, with Grand Finals time, now is where you want to step it up and play above your usual level, so that's really cool. 2 on 3 here, some headshots coming in from Seized and Guardian, probably not going to be enough to make a difference in this eco round.
No, Seized. They are playing for the B side again. The bomb is here. 2 members, pronax and flusha. And olofmeister making sure that Guardian can't wrap around from behind. But Seized is alive on this site. Not sure if they've spotted him out quite yet, but there you go. Pronax, as soon as he sees him, Seized instantly give. Guardian does manage to pick up an AK, though, and put that to use on olofmeister, but he's on the wrong site right now. And it seems like for him, he's just interested in backing off. Even if it is a 1v2, he's too far away right now. He would waste too much time on the clock before he can even get in there and even just get the 2 kills that would allow him to defuse the bomb.
Yeah, it's such a tough situation at this point for Na'Vi. It's hard to find anything to get really excited about until they show us something, right? They gotta show us that they're back in the map, and I bet they're trying. I don't think Na'Vi have given up or anything like that, but you need that opening. You need one guy who goes insane and picks up, you know, 4 or 5 kills, and then you try and get back from that position, and it hasn't happened yet.
They even hunt down Guardian. He can't save that AK. He doesn't go for the attempt, tries to save the rifle, and Pronax is merciless. Finds him in the end. Fnatic now 11 rounds, and this is Fnatic just basically making a statement after the insane comeback on Mirage. To manage that comeback, first of all, huge. But Fnatic are now just making a statement saying, doesn't matter which side of the map we're on. This is the level that we're playing at right now. And JW shuts down Guardian. Na'Vi's main hope in coming back into this map. He's already gone in this round.
Edward waiting up in apartments here. Gonna throw down a grenade, which will do some really good damage, actually. That's pretty impressive. That's 57 damage onto olofmeister. That's actually a whole lot for 1 grenade, especially when it's an armored target. JW, did he just shoot?
Max.
I think JW just fired away the AWP that he threw up on the roof, making sure nobody from Na'Vi could pick it up if it ever came to it.
Wow. Every point right now. JW controls mid. Flusha at the top of Banana controls that. Zeus tries to peek forward to get some kind of information, something that Na'Vi can work with, and Flusha instantly shuts him down. Sure, Zeus sees that, hey, there's guys there from Fnatic, but there's not enough time for his teammates to even get into position. Star can't put anything down as far as a crossfire, or as far as a shot through the smoke even, from CT. And Edward is all the way on the other side of the site. But guess what? olofmeister is there as well, and he's already hunting down those Na'Vi members.
Well, this is, this is just a slaughter. Fnatic seeking revenge, and they're going to get it here on Inferno as well. It went to overtime on Mirage for the first map in the Grand Finals. This is the second map. Technically, if you want to be strict about it, it's the third map, but first map wasn't played. It was just Fnatic taking it because they came from the upper bracket. And right now, they're looking to take a 2-1 map lead, which would put them at just 1 map away from taking a victory. I mean, at this point, I don't know. I can't see any combination of... I can't see any way that Na'Vi can really get back into this.
No, I think that like this is essentially like the wolf pack. That's what Fnatic is. You know, they're living up to that Scandinavian blood of theirs because they've thoroughly hamstrung Na'Vi. They've dissected them basically. You could call Pronax a surgeon at this point because they have just thoroughly dissected Na'Vi every single time. It's just a process that Fnatic are going through. You know, pick one guy off here, refrag there. Just every single time they seem to come out ahead. We're into a 2-on-2 now. But again, both members for Fnatic are gathered up together on this A site and moving very quick. Guardian has to land a stellar shot right away.
Yeah, and instead he's going to get forced back in the side, and Edward's too far away to help out. Good shot from Guardian, but it's still going to be a 1-on-1. And this is about the closest, I think this is the closest Na'Vi have been to actually taking a second round for quite a while.
It's a very close thing. Edward, there is no saving. There is no backing off. He doesn't have a kit either, so he doesn't have a whole lot of time to act. It's going to take him 10 seconds to defuse that bomb. And Pronax is in the ideal situation. I don't know. He is actually changing it up completely. He's going to try and find a different angle to keep eyes on this bomb, because if he was coming in from short, it wouldn't be ideal to stop Edward from defusing. But if he comes in from library, Edward already sees it coming. This is perfect, Edward. Your golden opportunity. Your time to shine. Make it happen. And he doesn't. He turns away. He turns away from Pronax.
Oh, Pronax playing it really, really well. I'm not sure he knew that Edward was coming in from that angle, but he made a choice and stuck with it. Just decided, I'm gonna take this gamble, and it worked out. 13-1. Just steamrolling Na'Vi right now. That's all we can say.
That was the closest. But then it's the pack leader. Of course, it's the pack leader that ends it, right? No, Zeus is just going to town right now out of frustration. JW going again for that boiler rush. Zeus is going to be right behind him. He has to be, but they hear him. Zeus not going to get the double spray down. Sees does take a man down at Banana, and that's a bomb dropped as well. Now Na'Vi have a shred of control in this round. They just have to maintain the man advantage that they've got.
Yeah, there's a good chance they can finish this 2-13, which would be, I guess, marginally better than 14-1, but not really. Sees spotting one guy there, and he's going to take him down, and Krimz is also going to get almost caught here. 2-on-3 with Krimz on 6 points of health, and with Na'Vi controlling the bomb, they should be able to do this.
Oh, they should. Seized is alive still. Edward catches olofmeister, who is on a flank mission. Now it's just going to be Krimz with 6 points of health, but Krimz has all day. He can sit here as long as he wants and just wait to see if anybody's going to peek out and give him the opportunity to do more damage. I mean, it's the last round. There's no saving. There's no anything here. It just comes down to when Krimz decides to move forward. Guardian with the position to take advantage of it in the end. 13-2, the final score. Fnatic making one monster statement that their T side essentially is something to be feared.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we saw so many situations from Na'Vi that has worked previously in this finals for them, which is, them trying to flash their way out onto Banana or go for a pick in the middle, and it just seemed like every single time they tried anything, Fnatic got the return frag, and you can get into that position. I mean, that's what we sometimes talk about with playing with confidence and also having just the momentum on your side. Eventually, Fnatic, everything they did just worked out perfectly for them. And that's really scary. I mean, we could be skipping Inferno almost entirely and just moving straight to Train is what it seems like.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Krimz's play. His individual play has just been so good. I mean, we say it time and time again, but ever since olofmeister and Krimz have joined up, again, olofmeister finding himself at the bottom of the scoreboard here, which really is kind of odd considering he's the most versatile player on the team. But Krimz has been put into a position where he is going to be taking those shots to get the frags, and he hasn't disappointed Fnatic ever since he's joined up. Like, he is consistently at the top of the board, getting the kills that he needs to, and giving Fnatic the options, giving Pronax basically the means to execute the plans that he has in mind.
Yeah.
And I mean, the other thing here to remind ourselves, just before we get too excited, is that this is not like on Mirage, where we could say, okay, now it's Fnatic's turn to be on, on the more favored side, or Na'Vi's turn in this case. Playing on the terrace side of Inferno is a lot more difficult than it is playing the CT side. So it's not like Na'Vi now have the upper hand and can make like a Mirage-style comeback that Fnatic almost did. I think this is highly unlikely. I would say like twice or three times as difficult as it was on Mirage for Fnatic.
Na'Vi aren't even wasting any time right now. They go full Kevlar. They're going for the straight-up fight. Fnatic get caught out in the open, though, and it's a complete and utter slaughter.
Okay. They all met in the middle, and it's going to be a flawless sweep from Na'Vi. So, in terms of pistol rounds, that was great.
That was something. That was... I don't even know what that was. That was Fnatic basically saying, okay, we're going to take this fight and end it right here. And then Na'Vi landed all the shots, and Fnatic didn't. And Na'Vi had Kevlar as well. So basically, Fnatic needed to land 4 headshots instantly, and they just didn't do it. Because if you're using a USPS, even a P2K, you feel like you're shooting spitballs if the target is wearing Kevlar. So, well, there you go. Fnatic still have quite a lot of room to work with, though, so they are definitely not feeling too pressured here. Hell, Na'Vi have to survive the eco round out of Fnatic now before they can start giving themselves a pat on the back.
And if they go for B, that's certainly not going to be too easy, actually. Fnatic going to go and meet them outside Banana, and Pronax picking up a kill, and he will get a second one. Oh, that 5-7, how well it works. starix is going to be alone. He walks into a grenade and actually threw himself. And it's going to be a 1-on-3 for him here. So Fnatic, they might not even give Na'Vi the chance to do this. flusha will finish it off. But I think that was pronax with the 5-7. He almost killed 3 people.
Pronax is the 5-7 champion. He did it at Gamescom as well, where his entire team is buying CZs. No, Pronax, he sticks to the 5-7, and that's why he manages to mow down 2 guys and nearly take a 3rd with him. The 5-7 is a lethal pistol. It's like 96% armor penetration. So if you are getting that close to a target, you are going to do a lot of damage. Pronax just coming through huge. And now Fnatic are on their brink. Fnatic, 14 rounds. They're 1 round away from at least getting overtime.
Yeah, and Na'Vi don't really have money. They're going to force it up anyway here, which can't really blame them for. I mean, nobody wants to fight for 12 rounds or 13 rounds of overtime, so might as well do something. But it's not going to be possible, I think.
It's going to be very tough. starix is knifing Zeus point blank. Oh, great spray onto JW with the deagle. And now flusha trying to get the refrag, but he's going to be just a little bit too late. Decides not to run in. And does Zeus decide to try and pass this gun off to Seas? No, he's going to give it over to Guardian, and that's really smart. Just make sure that the guys who have the full HP and the Kevlar get those rifles, because they're going to be able to have the best opportunities to put those rifles to use.
Ooh, look at pronax. Is the timing going to be good enough here? He's going to find 1 person, and that's great. They do lose a guy in Archway in the meantime. Krimz is going to try and take over here, and not a bad person to have covering. In fact, they're not even going to fight him any longer. pronax is going to come out of Boiler Room and takes down Seas. The bomb will go down, but Fnatic have a 1-man advantage. They have Molotovs as well, and now it's a 2-on-2.
Yeah, Krimz and Olaf working together now on short. They're going to try and push through. It's going to be Guardian holding in pit right now, and he's got the control. So long as he's alive, Fnatic can't get up onto this site. Changing up his position as well, but Krimz instantly spots him out, and it's all going to be down to Zeus. No HP left on Zeus. Fnatic, with the kit, will have plenty of time for the defuse. And everything goes their way in the end here.
Yeah, just a solid retake coming in here from Fnatic. Even losing pronax after he picked up a triple but there was just fine. I think they had that on lockdown. It's just so little HP left for Na'Vi. 15-3, and obviously Na'Vi forcing up whatever they can here to try and see if they can get back in and at least get a slightly better score and maybe some confidence back.
Well, now they have to pull a Fnatic. Now they have to go on the mission to get many rounds on the board. And potentially, you know, just go with another, like a sick counter comeback, right? Take it to overtime. Can you imagine how sick that would be, Anders?
Yeah, well, it would be sick, but I really can't believe in it. I think this
Oh, you have little faith.
Yeah, no, I mean, as much as I love Na'Vi, and I think they're great players and everything, and, well... Okay, Seas. Well done.
That was pretty cool. pronax, he comes back and takes out starix, but that was just a really cool shot from Seas. Oh, yeah, I'm giddy now. I'm happy. I'm grinning. That was a really nice shot. And Seas, does he get it on pronax? pronax, no scope! What's up, Seas, laying waste? It's the Sean Gare scout. It stayed in Europe when Sean Gares went back to NA. He handed it off to Seas with his blessing.
Oh, important shot coming in there from olofmeister to take down Zeus. Now it is back in a 3-on-3. And flusha still holding inside here. Krimz is coming over as well, so this is actually going to be a pretty hard take for Na'Vi. Even though they had the advantage earlier here, Krimz is going to take down the bomb and going to pick up a second one. Krimz finishes the game.